What's up, gamers? It's your boy, Launchpad 1412. Excited to be back with some Madden 23 Champions gameplay. Some people still call it Weekend League. And we're going to talk about the gameplay. Maybe we will, maybe we won't. But I kind of got something else in my mind for this video. For some reason, my voice might sound a little weird. I'm not sure what's going on. I coughed a little bit not too long ago, and I feel like I'm okay. But the cough came out of nowhere. But so my voice might sound a little bit, I guess, lower than usual. But I think it's still loud enough for you guys to hear me. Obviously, that's why I'm still doing the video. But anyway, I wanted to talk about this movie called Trippin. It came out in 1999. Now, I'm doing a podcast on the movie. I actually have a podcast myself with my boy Damon, aka Make Him Dash Like Dame, aka Dash. Now shout out to him, man. My brother, man, one of my best friends. We're doing a podcast. We're doing it right now. We're actually on season 4 of the podcast. Doing a podcast on TV show Dawson's Creek from back in the day. I was going to do a podcast, like a movie podcast, or do a podcast on sports. But there's so many movies and sports podcasts, I just felt like it didn't feel like there was a way I could stand out. So I kind of just fell back on that idea. But then, me and my boy was talking. We were like, we both like, Dawson's Creek. So I was like, you know what? Two black guys talking about a predominantly white show that's really, really popular. That could stand out, and it actually did. We got a nice little fan base, just like I got a nice little fan base on here, and I appreciate all you guys. And I appreciate if you guys came from the podcast on here. I appreciate you, whether you listen to my podcast or you like my YouTube channel. I appreciate you so much. Because people don't have to give you attention. People, only want to give you attention. So that's it's really, really awesome. But that's not necessarily the point of this video. I just felt like explaining that. If you want to listen to the podcast, it's on. It's called Dawson Black on Podcast One, Spotify. If you desire. I do cuss a little bit on there. In real life, I do cuss. I don't cuss on YouTube because when I first started the YouTube channel, I thought only kids were going to be watching. I didn't know grown people were actually going to be watching my YouTube video. So I don't necessarily cuss on here. But since I didn't start off that way, I didn't. I'm not going to end like that. But at any rate, that's not necessarily the point of the video. The point of the video is that I'm doing a podcast, for one of my podcast friends, Brian Rodriguez. Shout out to him, man, for letting me on his podcast the first time. And we did the movie Dirty Deeds. Starting Emilio V, the guy that plays Peter Petroli on Heroes. So he brought me back. He's bringing me back again soon. But we had to watch this movie, Trippin'. Because that's the movie we're doing the podcast on. What I'm trying to say here is that, I watched it about a week ago, maybe about 7 or 8 days ago, and I just was in a mental rut. I just wasn't in the mood for life. I kind of just wanted to get some sleep, but I had to watch the movie because we were supposed to do the podcast on that. We ended up not doing it because he ended up having to do something, but we still want to do it. And he called that over 3 people, but we still want to do the movie, the podcast episode. We're just gonna do it at a later date. But at any rate, the point that I'm making is that this movie put me in the best mood ever. I'm telling you, man. This movie made my day. 10 minutes in, I'm already laughing now. I haven't seen the movie in a long time because it came out in 1999. It is one of my favorite movies of all time. I did do a top 100 list on my Facebook page one time, and I think I had it at number 55 or 53. But if a movie makes your top 100 list, you really like that movie. That movie had some type of impression on you. And I kind of forgot, why I love the movie so much. But when I watched it, last week, I was like, man, this movie is awesome, man. This movie, it got so many things to take from the movie. A lot of good laughs if you're into it. Some wisdom there, here and there. I did not think this guy was actually going to keep up with Randy Moss. I got to be 100% honest with you. Some wisdom here and there. It's a really good movie, man. And it really brought my spirits all the way back. You ever just been in a rut, it's in a mental rut where you just man, I ain't feeling life right now. Now you don't want to do anything drastic to yourself or nothing like that. You just not in the mood for life. It's very rare I get in those ruts, but every now and then it happens. But man, putting that movie on 10 minutes in, man, that movie just it just brightened my day. It really made me realize, that I have a lot to smile for, man. Just in 10 minutes, man, because I was just laughing so much, man. I needed that. That's basically what I'm trying to say. I needed that laugh. That's basically the point of me talking about this movie. And if it didn't do that for me, I probably wouldn't be talking about it. But man, I needed it. You ever just needed that laugh? You ever see maybe it wasn't a movie that did it for you, But maybe there was like a little kid in the grocery store, you know, asking her or his mom a question that made you laugh, and you kind of just needed that laugh. Or one of your boys, or you had an outing with your friends, and you needed that laugh, one of the two. And that was like one of those moments for me, man. And it really felt good, man. This 10, 20 minutes in, man, I was really smiling and cheesing because I was like, man, this movie was what I needed, and I didn't even realize it was what I needed. And I'm starting to get back to that now. Like now I'm watching Double Take. Like I'm just like every now and then I'm just watching movies that just make me laugh. Now I know Have you guys ever seen Double Take, man? Look at this touchdown right here. If you guys ever seen the movie Double Take with Orlando Jones and Eddie Griffin, and the movie might not make a lot of sense to anybody. I would even say myself. Don't get me wrong. Like I see what the movie was trying to do, but there was just some parts where I was just like, man, I don't know if this makes a lot of sense. But it's not even about that, man. The movie it's a feel good movie, and it's a movie that it makes me smile. It makes my day. I love those type of movies like Double Take, A Low Down Dirty Shame, Trippin'. How to Be a Player. Like these are the type of movies that I used to watch when I was younger. Like when I was having a bad day, and I had quite a few bad days when I was younger. Man, I'll pop in A Low Down Dirty Shame, and it would just make everything all right. And I felt like Trippin' did that for me. Did last week. It really did do that for me last week, and I wanted to talk to you guys about it, man. So in the comment section, if you feel like it, if you desire. Let me know a moment or a movie that makes your day, or a moment where you was like, man, I needed that laugh. I needed this moment right here. Every now and then we all feel, just weird about life. A little bit down, a little bit weird. I'm just, I wasn't quite feeling like myself. And that movie really, brought my spirits back up. But shout out to my opponent, much love, much respect, man. This guy, he was pretty good. He was running that scheme that I didn't quite get figured out to the end. But then he had a couple good runs where it was just like he was hitting me with the I think with the wham run, and for some reason I don't know how it gets up the middle, because I swear many people don't pass John Madden, the defensive tackle, so I'm not really sure how it was getting up the middle. He was getting up the middle the way he was. But the thing about this game is every game you play is you just don't know. You don't know what's going to happen or how the players are going to react. You're talking about 99 overalls versus 99 overalls. So it's just, I guess it's just going to get wonky some time. But he played a good game, though. Good shout out to my opponent, man. Much love, much respect. I'm not saying he ain't deserving of the win. I just, some things he did was quite amazing. Like that catch up with 3 people, and then that interception. I'm just like, that dude kept up with Moss. I was just like, wow, okay. I didn't think he was. It looked like he kind of like. It looked like it was a pass interference going on, but then it looked like Moss was going to pass him, but then Moss didn't. I was like, oh, okay. And pretty much gave away a touchdown. Your boy,